Hey everybody, it's Arthur here at Arthur Ease Your Mind or Lose Your Mind tonight. And then we have Mel Dorr, the Aloha Shirt Psychic, being Aloha Tuesday. And Sherry was going to be in the background, but we put her up front.
They let me out of the cage.
Yeah. You still have to start things.
They need to put me back on. We're like, it's my fault. Arthur sent me the link to my spam folder and I couldn't find it. You should have heard me swearing like a drunken sailor. I'm leaving tomorrow night, so I had to confirm my check-in. And, you know, I'm TSA approved and I'm also global entry. So usually going overseas, they have to see your passport, but it's stored with the airline. So, I mean, I got my boarding pass and everything already.
So basically, we're calling it the missing link.
Yeah, well, I got that done. I thought, let me go get my infamous orange, right? Befitting for tonight's show.
I just started drinking Hawaiian Punch.
This is, I won't say the brand name, but it's my favorite. Okay. The color is that color. Anyway.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Aloha Tuesday. Nothing much has been happening today. It's been very dull, right?
When did you have a lobotomy?
Well, I took a number 2 Tigeroga pencil and shoved it up my nose last night.
Well, I missed on her vice presidential pick. I thought Shapiro. I think everybody did, but I'm glad that she picked Tim.
If you recall, I brought him up last night.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
If you recall, I did bring him up last night at the end.
Yes, you did. But I have people calling me all day, and my friend Beverly called me. She's my friend. She's a flight attendant, but she's also a medium, a very good medium. And she said, I watched Tim, and she said, I cried. It was really good. So all these people are calling me, telling me how great the guy is. I didn't know that much about him. I was kind of bummed that she didn't pick Shapiro or Buttigieg, but I think she's going to put Buttigieg in a high-level government position. And, you know, part of this job is when we miss, we'll say we missed. It's not the end of the world.
Right. Well, I didn't officially say anything last night. I just said, but at the end, it's Tim Walz. And then I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning. After being invited about like 3 o'clock, and then all of a sudden, like, it's Tim Walz.
I think as of last night, you know, I don't even know if she had made up her mind. Maybe she had. I don't know, but I think Shapiro was still in the running.
Well, apparently there was a news crew in front of his house, Walz's house. And like 5 cars, black SUVs pulled up, and they had taken pictures of it. So it looked like something was going down last night with him. So we'll see. But he gave a great speech. The rally was fantastic with him and Kamala in Philadelphia. I have to say it was my alma mater where they gave that speech. So I was all happy at Temple University. So, but she gave a very speech.
I had never heard of the man until last week when he released a little ad talking about how weird Trump was. And TikTok, it took off like wildfire. The kids loved it, him calling it weird. They really responded to that. You couldn't go all week without there being something about Tim Walz talking about everybody being weird, you know. It was everywhere. And so that's when I first heard of him. I didn't know who he was. And then Friday night when we did polyterology with Colleen, I know we talked about him a little bit, and I started getting the tinglies, but I thought, no, it is just me. I get nervous. There's too many people to pick from. And so I didn't really say anything. And then today when he picked him, it was just like, yep, okay, he's right. He's the right one. So that's all that matters. I don't care if I saw it beforehand or not.
So that brings up a question. You know, I've heard that Trump is already starting his hoopla and JD Vance. You know, we figured that.
Oh yeah.
But was actually two questions. One, I psychically I figured out why she chose him. You know what? He wasn't even in my radar because, to be honest with you, I didn't know anything about him. I knew Bupkis,
Right.
and so I knew nothing about him. That's not. But whatever. But and now that she's chosen him, it makes sense because he in his state was able to get a lot of the Republican rule votes to vote for him. So my question to you all is, do you think that he'll be able to pull in a lot of the Republican rule votes for Kamala?
Yes.
What do you think, Sherry?
Yeah.
I think so too.
I think he's going to bring just the right mix to kind of wrap it all up with a bow.
And how do you think he's going to phase off if he debates Vance, or if, with Trump starting and JD Vance starting their BS already? How do you think? Do you think he'd be formidable about speaking up to them?
I think he's going to eat them for lunch.
Oh, good.
If you saw the speech he gave tonight,
did you see the rally tonight?
He was talking about and all these criminal acts and this and that going on, and we're not even talking about Trump yet. And he was like,
yeah, he was talking about crime was up when Trump was president. That the crime statistics were up. Crime was a lot higher. He says, and that's not even counting all of his illegal acts.
Let's open it up for people in our chat. They get to play psychic.
Okay.
And let's see how easy it is for them. Okay. So do you all think, one, he'll get the Republican vote, put it in the chat, a lot of Republican votes, rural Republican votes like he did in his own state. Two, how do you think he'll fare against T. Rump and I can't think of a name for Vance yet, but I'll think of
just
one.
dumb.
Okay, JD. Okay,
just dumb.
And also, will Kamala now be able to keep up the momentum that she had going? So let's don't answer it. Let's just see what the chat folks have to say. Okay. Now you have to do it psychically, not common sense, but that first thing that comes through. What do you think?
The other thing I want to point out is he and his wife tried to have children for some time, and they turned to IVF, and it finally took, and that's why he named his daughter Hope. And he said that in the speech tonight.
Okay, so we're getting stuff here already. Tim says, Tim didn't say that actually.
Sacred Hag.
He'll do great against Trump because Trump never gets laughs.
Well, that's what he said. Yeah, he said Kamala laughs. I've never seen Trump laugh.
Okay, Mark Brisbois. Oh, good. Tim Walz checks all the boxes. Awesome, all around guy. But how do you think he'll fare again? So he did speak up against T. Rump in his speech. I didn't.
Oh yeah, and even JD Vance, he said, yeah, like I grew up in a small, 400 folk in my city, and like we all went to Harvard, didn't we? We all have billionaires paying for us. He was just mocking JD Vance left, right, and center.
Okay, so here we've got Sandra's Sparapani. Sparapani says he'll be great and she will be able to keep up the momentum. Yay. Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Here's a question. It's a statement, but I want to put it in the form of a question.
Okay.
Clarence Fields. Hi, Clarence. I haven't heard from you in a long time, buddy. How you doing? Hi.
He's been hanging in the chat for a while, last few weeks.
Clarence. He said, I hope the elites and big donors don't mess this up. So do you guys think the elites and the big donors will mess it up?
I don't.
Put 1 for yes, put 2 for no.
There you go.
All you have to put.
They also raised $20 million today.
Yeah.
After Kamala made the announcement, they raised $20 million.
But I
went to her website and bought the coffee mug. Harris Walz 2024. So,
But I want our audience to go on their psychic vibes, not what we're saying, but their psychic vibes.
Okay.
All right. And they can put them in the comments. And meanwhile, we can answer questions. But Tea Garden Chicken says many rural folks will like Walz, especially women, even if they're Republicans. Good. JW, you win a free session for this one. From me, a half-hour session. Walz will clean their clock.
What I really liked about when Kamala spoke about him, she went in about his 20 years as a teacher and a football coach. And as a football coach, a gay kid came up to him and said he was scared and he wanted to know about starting a gay straight alliance. And the football coach said, I'm sponsoring. And he signed up.
Repeat that again. It kind of clicked out.
He said, okay, there was a gay kid that came up to Walz and said, I'm gay. Can we have a straight gay alliance? I'm scared. And he said, I'm the football coach. I'm sponsoring.
Wow. Good for him. Kyle Rittenhouse said,
oh, please.
He's got a hunting dog. Yay.
yeah.
He's the best shooting. He's got the highest marks in marksmanship in Congress.
Constance,
Yeah.
I think he'll get some Republicans and all libertarian. Very small showing overall. Nothing burger. All right. I hear a TV in the background or something.
No, it's my guys talking. They're doing homework
Oh, gotcha.
stuff.
All right. Wow. We're getting some really good psychic hits here.
Everybody seems to pretty much be on board.
I like what Jessica Mason said. I think the momentum grows with Walz or Walz. Is it Walz or Waltz?
Walz, no cheat.
Okay. I think the momentum grows with Walz and positive vibes will pull the boat up. Okay. All the above. Walz will definitely be great with Harris. Wow. Oh, I like this. Like Arthur was saying, Sharon Donnelly said he's relatable, which is absent in the Trump campaign. Wow.
Also, he mentioned that working with Kamala and all of this going on, it's nice to have joy back.
I like that. Is he mouthy enough to speak up to Trump, do you all think?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I couldn't think of a polite way to ask that question.
If he can stand in a rally in front of all those people and make a very underhanded joke in a very sly kind of way about JD Vance and the couch incident, yeah, no problem.
What did he say about it? I didn't hear it.
Something about God, how did he put it? Something about he was ready to debate Vance anytime he wanted, and he could even bring his couch or something like that.
Wow. Okay, look, we got a lot of psychic stuff going on here. Cheryl says, I was given a vision of a lot of red dots in middle America gravitating to Walz. So my answer is that many Republicans will vote Dem because of Walz. I got cold chills with that.
Well, if you just look at him compared to JD Vance, it's like, you gotta be kidding. There's no. Kamala Harris compared it to, what was it? Varsity versus like the Pee Wee group of a football player, and then the college group. That JD Vance is like the Pee Wee.
Oh yeah, between the varsity and the junior varsity.
Yeah.
Can we go back to this one? Okay, Melanie Reed says, as soon as I heard Walz speak last week, I had a great feeling about him. Something told me it was one, but this one here I like. Melanie says, Walz can keep up with Trump's word salad. Well, Melanie, all due respect, my dog could keep up with Trump's.
My salad mixer.
My dogs would probably eat the word salad, so you know.
I'd rather have a salad, thank you. But
yeah.
All right, this one's really cool. Oh, he's a down-to-earth, common sense guy. He'll pill it on there. He's an Aries. Yes.
Yay.
Yay. And Jupiter and Gemini, whoa, will bode well for him. Thank you, Celtic Seer. I wonder when his birthday is. What day of the month? I'm March 22nd. I'm 1 degree Aries.
And I'm 24th.
I'm sure all of the astrologers are currently
Doing his
early charts. Yeah. Looking up the deets and doing his chart.
This is cute. I love this one. Sweetie, darling Lulu. Hey, sweetie, darling, how are you?
Yeah.
She says, yes, yes, and yes, he can hold his own.
Spell it with a K next time.
I think we're having fun tonight, right?
Yeah. April 6th.
April 6th. Lady Leo. Yes, he'll get real voters and he will kick Vance's $signs in debate. And they'll keep up the momentum.
Yay.
Now, what was 2 for? Oh,
that's what Jessica put up exactly what he said in the rally tonight. That's what Walz said about JD Vance and about rally tonight.
I love it. Now, what was the 2 for, Sherry? 1 or 2? What was it? I forgot.
1 was no and 2 was yes.
For what?
Is that right, guys? I don't even remember what the question was we asked.
Well, there's a 2.
We've like jumped topics 2 or 3 times. I think we asked, will it be a winning combination or something? Okay, guys, come on. What was the question? Y'all tell me. I'm seeing all 2s, so everybody's saying yes. I remember 2 was yes.
Okay. All 2s. Walz is in the perfect puzzle.
Can Walz hold his own against Trump and them? 1 for no and 2 for yes. And everybody's put 2s.
We got all 2s. Walz is the perfect puzzle piece for the ticket. Cheryl says 2. Gail Fullman says 2. Vicky Petrie, Elaine Tanner, Sacred Hog says 20 million. Wow. JW 2, Joan Baker 2. All 2s. Debbie Smith a 2. Celtic Seer, the elites are getting the message. There are more of us than them. Yay. Yeah. Denise Fletcher 2. You guys, all these 2s. Clarence Fields 2. Jane Black 2.
Yeah.
So wow. Oh, now here I agree with Luci Delisi. All I know is I feel more energized lately.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And when he was talking about the sense of joy, it was just it exuded.
You could feel it.
Notice how the energy changed, where before everybody was afraid, oh my God, Trump might win. Oh my God, oh my God. The whole energy has changed. And everybody's banding together. Not everybody, but most of us are banding together behind Kamala and going, yes, yes. I feel like I am living a pep rally.
Yeah, in true, perfect
American fashion.
In manifesting fashion is what I was trying to say. Instead of everybody running around with the thought going out, oh God, what if he wins? Oh God, what are we going to do? Oh God, am I going to have to move to another country? You know, all that stuff. The entire conversation has now shifted, and all anyone is talking and thinking about is, we're going to win. We're going to win. Kamala and Tim got this. We're going to win. I mean, that's it changes the whole atmosphere of the manifestation of what we're trying to manifest. Instead of all the negative thoughts going out there, he can't win, da da da. It's everybody's now in the positive mode, and all they're talking about is, we got this. This is perfect. And you can literally feel the energy has shifted from the negativity to the positive.
You know what this feels like? Remember in Game of Thrones when the ice people, what was that ice guy, and all these people would die and they wouldn't die and everything became ice people?
Yeah.
What were they called?
The Nightwalker. Wasn't it?
The Nightwalkers.
The Nightwalkers. Okay. So Trump feels like the Nightwalkers. I mean, you know, it looks like they were winning for a while. And
Ariana just stabs them.
Then along comes, you know, what was her name? And pulled everybody together and had her battle. And she put the green thing in the Nightwalker, and the Nightwalkers didn't win. The energy shift just feels like that. It feels incredible.
I keep on getting, I get movie hits sometimes, and I keep on getting the movie poster too. The Incredible Shrinking Man with Donald Trump.
I started using that today. Don Old. I said Arthur said it. He gets credit for it. I like that, Sharon. You feel as though when you stand up, you really will be seen and counted and a part of something great emerging.
Yeah.
You know, it's. I think my guides had told me that if the Democrats did not start speaking up and taking credit and getting a little bit on the offensive, that Trump could very well win this election. And my guides warned me about that. And what I'm seeing here now is that the Dems are speaking up and owning the stuff that Joe Biden has done. And now they're owning their power. They're not allowing Trump to rob them of their power. And you see what happens when we don't give our power away because of fear?
That's it.
We stand united in strength. And that's exactly what Kamala is going to do for this country.
Like Sandra in Connecticut says, the scales have tipped.
That's right.
And then Celtic Seer Just Blower said, the DNC occurs on a full moon on 27 degrees of Aquarius. I don't know what that means, but I know it's good, which is Harris's Saturn. So this is like things are lining up, not just emotionally and spiritually, things are lining up astrologically, because I've heard tropical astrologers and Vedic astrologers both talk about, they all saw Biden as doing good, and that Trump stuff is going bad. But all of them kept bringing up everything was lining up for Kamala Harris. Like this is going to be her year, because all the points, no matter which astrology you go with, everything lines up to her. So I'm dying to see what Walz's chart looks like to have that explained to me, because I don't understand that crap. I just go by what they tell me, but still, I know Linda did a show with Andre earlier. I just haven't had time to watch it yet, so probably will answer some of my questions.
I just got home from work. I jumped in the shower, and here I am. So,
yeah, well, that was me.
Walz is totally relatable as a middle-class working man. Hopefully won't be missing in action between elections like so many are. Oh, no. He's going to be campaigning like there's no tomorrow and running a state.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you who else is going to be campaigning hard and heavy is going to be Buttigieg, Shapiro.
Oh, yeah.
Wilshire in Kentucky.
Kelly, they were the first ones to come out and say, yeah, she did good.
Yeah. I mean, they're
I
all,
like this.
And I'll tell you who else is going to be campaigning for, obviously, is President Biden, but Barack Obama.
Oh, he already gave his thumbs up for Walz.
Yeah, Joe both gave their thumbs up.
Cheryl.
Here was a question that came up yesterday when Linda was on my show. Do you all think that Jimmy Carter will live long enough to vote for Kamala? Linda doesn't feel that. I felt he would, but he's between now and the time he's got left, he's going to be a real symbol to hang in there and fight, even if he does pass away before the election. For him to continue to fight and want to live, just to vote for Kamala. Wow, what a great American.
Can they give him early voting?
Yeah. Cynthia put it, and I remember when Susan Lynn said this, that there would be a table flipping moment happening in this. And I mean, I don't know if she's put those two together or if Cynthia just put those two together, but yeah, that kind of really makes sense. But
I think, maybe what we're seeing is back to Jimmy Carter, is that maybe he won't make it to election day, but maybe he'll live long enough to do it right, to do a.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what he said. He's already made a statement that he's just wanting to live long enough to vote against Trump and vote for Kamala.
That's what he told his grandson.
Yeah. So in that case, I think we're both right.
Yeah.
Wow. That explains it. Thank you for clarifying that. I never did.
And also Shapiro gave a wonderful speech before Kamala and Walz took the podium.
I mean, YouTube is blowing up. It's incredible. I've never seen this much positive energy. And you all positive energy, it's like any other kind of energy, it snowballs in an avalanche.
I haven't felt this since 2008 when Obama ran the first time.
That's what I said. I said it's
in my lifetime. I mean, I'm sure there have been other runs from other presidents before my time or before I was even aware of what the hell was happening.
This is also very important. Wendy points out, as an extra bonus, the new governor replacement for Walz is a Native American woman.
Thank you, Wendy Schneider. Yeah,
she'll be the first Native American woman to hold a governor's position.
Yay, Linda. Yay, Comanche.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
You know what? When a white buffalo is born, and I've got cold chills.
I do too. The minute you said white buffalo, my brain went there.
A white buffalo is the direction of the north, which means a unification of the tribes.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got Kamala, the white buffalo was born. And now we've got the first, I'm going to cry. This is so cool. The first Native American woman who's going to be the replacement governor.
Hair standing up in my arms. Damn, man. Oh,
isn't that a unification? Yes. I will bet Native Americans are just cheering right now. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I like what Sweetie Darling Lulu says. It feels like we're getting our country back.
You know, Sweetie Darling Lulu, we never lost it.
No.
Because there were those of us who had the faith that we would indeed save our democracy.
And we still have to go and vote and save.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You've got to vote. You can't take this for granted because T-Rump could still win if you don't. But you know what? This is a perfect example of. I remember when I had cancer, and I always bring this up. It came from my guides because I was petrified with fear. Don't let the fear stand in front of you and hold you back. Let it get behind you and push you forward. And this is exactly what's going on. The fear is behind us. It's not holding us back any longer. Thank goodness to the energy shift. And this is what happens when we step out of fear.
Look what Jessica put. Trump was so desperate for attention, he's posting that Biden was going to storm the stage and claim a coup to say that he was running again.
Well, the whole thing was Trump was writing that this is the end of the world, and all this like crap. You know, the stock market went down a little bit. It came back up today. So,
well, I heard people say, "Oh, it was a crash." It was not a crash. It was a correction.
It went down 1,000 points. But I mean, when we're up 55 points, or I forget how many points were since Trump was in office.
If it was a crash, trust me, it wouldn't have been. This was a correction. This was a glitch.
And it was from Japan. It was stuff that was going on in Japan. It had nothing to do with the States.
Trump can make hangnail look like an amputation, and that's exactly what he's doing with his stock market. Oh, she picked her vice president, the stock market crashed.
I just have one quick question. A man allegedly gets shot in the ear. There's no scar.
He didn't get shot in the ear. He got a piece of shrapnel. Right.
Even that, but there's no scar. They did a close-up.
I took a bullet for democracy.
Actually, what they did is, remember I kept on saying, he kept on calling the lab to see if his clone was ready for the VP. They had the ear.
For 10 minutes, that was pretty hard.
Level Munoz, how's President Biden feeling? Is he okay? I think Biden helped her behind the scenes with her pick.
Yeah.
That's I just intuited.
I actually feel he helped her finalize who her pick was going to be. I really feel that.
Good. Oh, wow. Look at this. Mark, if I'm mispronouncing your name, I'm sorry. I think it's Bryzebois. I don't know. If I mispronounce it, I'm sorry. But he said it's a third state because of Tim Walz.
Yeah. And it's a business state, too.
People were saying they was hoping that she would pick Pritzker. I didn't see Pritzker even in the running.
Comes from a good family, but that's about it.
And they can't say he's against gun laws because he owns a gun.
He has awards for shooting.
You know what? Linda Grindle, I talked to her a couple days ago.
He has a marksman. He has top marksmanship in the Congress when he was in Congress.
Yeah.
I talked to
For
Linda.
those that have guns and shoot, they would have like competitions every year. He won every year.
I talked to Linda a couple days ago. We talked a lot, and she said, and I agree because I got the same thing, that Kamala was going to win by a landslide. I mean, to shut Trump's mouth, but who cares? I mean, I'm not even worried about them messing with the electoral college anymore because Kamala's the vice president and she has to certify those votes. But you know what? Trump's going to say, it was fake. It was fake electors. Kamala, that's what he's going to say.
Well, you were a fake president, sir.
He'll try to start poop, but he won't win.
Wow.
To this statement that Jessica put up, I have to agree with that because I know I heard Obama say after they were out of office and, it was over, done with, gone. And somebody asked him about how he felt about Biden, about him picking Biden. And he said, it was the best decision I've ever made. He said, but it was twofold. He said, and not only did I pick a man that was able to give me the information and the confidence to make the decisions I made as vice president. He said, I gained a family that I didn't even know I was missing. He said, because they literally opened their arms to me, Michelle, and the girls, and we were part of the clan. One big Irish clan, and that's the way they looked at us. And he said that was the lagniappe. That was the icing on the cake. They gained a family in the process. And I think because of their obvious relationship and how good it was, I think what Jessica put here is how going forward, I think, especially for the Democrats, they're going to start looking for people that the president and the vice president are going to work together as partners, not just two people filling an office,
I think her presidency sets a precedent, no pun intended. Just like, I love this question. Do you guys think that thanks to Obama's relationship with Biden, could you put that back up? So
yeah.
Biden Democrat presidents now pay greater respect to their VP and involve them more. I agree with you, Sherry, on that one. That was very well put, Sherry. I agree with you.
Yeah, he was also in the National Guard. Walz was. He was a sergeant major.
He went in at 17. His father died when he was 19, I think.
So Tim Moss brings down the house with roast of J.D. Vance. I can't wait to debate the guy. I love it.
That is if he's willing to get off the couch.
Yeah.
I want to put this up. I won't read it out loud. I'll just let everybody read it.
Okay.
That was in the schools. That was in the schools. He passed a law there. Go do your thing. Go do your thing. We're good. That was in the schools. He was a school teacher for like 20 years. A school he taught crap. Now I'm forgetting what it was. Y'all tell me what it was he taught. He was also the coach for the football team. But when he became governor or something, I don't know if he did it when he was governor or whatever, but when he got into politics and got up there, that's one of the things he did was he made it so that girls in school could have access to free tampons, Kotex, that kind of thing, sanitary products. Because, you stop and think about that crap is expensive. I don't know if men realize how expensive that stuff is. It's ridiculously expensive.
Well, I don't think it's going to hurt his popularity. If anything, by virtue of the fact they're saying it's going to make them look stupid. And it shows how they vilify women because it's a need that every woman has. And it's horrible to make a biological need or to deny anyone something to a biological need. So, okay. Here, this is cute. Denise says, Mel, you really must watch them tonight. It will blow your hearing aids out of your ear.
Absolutely, it will. I was on the way home and I had to stop at the store on the way home. So I didn't really get to watch. I was just listening. I had my earbuds in with my phone. So I was listening in the car driving and then listening in the store when I was picking up the few items I had to get before I got home. And yeah, he was blowing them out. It was unbelievable. I could feel the energy coming through my earpiece. I could feel it. It was, yeah, it was awesome.
I like what Kimberly said. Kimberly, I think it's Knaus. She said, mouthy, no. Assertive and belief, yes. Thank you. I couldn't think of a word other than mouthy. So assertive, yes. Yay. So.
Oh, evidently a big name. Yay, it came in. Yay.
I waited all day yesterday and they couldn't get through the door. So
what is it?
His new
cell phone.
Oh, you got a new cell phone. Yay. You mean you interrupted?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to have to get me a new one too because mine's
Hold on. You mean you interrupted your show to go get a cell phone off the porch?
No. I had a sign for it. They came by yesterday. They couldn't get into the building. I waited all day yesterday.
You mean you interrupted this show to sign for a cell phone?
Do you want me to call you tonight?
I'm sorry. I'm being cocky.
That's all right. No, the one thing I just want to say is when they talked about the tampon thing. Well, Trump was wearing one on his ear.
And everybody at the damn convention wore one too. So it was like, at least they
yeah, come on.
Gave a boost to the tampon companies,
I still don't see how anybody could call him that, and it's really a smack in the face to women, because essentially it's putting them down for a product that they need to help them with their biology, and how dare them, maybe we should call dozing deceitful Donald Viagra Donald.
Well, remember,
I have a feeling that Melania substitutes his Viagra with sugar pills. It just dyes them blue, so he doesn't know the difference.
Or identity crisis Vance.
I just think Vance. I want to know if he does his own eyeliner.
Notice.
Yeah.
Notice when they stoop to name calling, it's okay, but let somebody do it to them, and oh my God, they can't handle it. Deceitful Don.
Well, the one thing that Walz did say is, as a teacher, he knows that bullies are the weakest ones.
That's true. And he's going to keep saying that.
Yeah.
I think he's going to say, put your boxing gloves on, Don and Don Old. I'm using your Don Old, Arthur. I like it. And JD.
Say it with your Southern drawl. It sounds better.
Put your boxing gloves on, Don Old. We're going to have us a match. And JD going to have us a match too. You said you come from the hills, but you ain't a hillbilly. You're an insult to hillbillies. You're an insult to people.
Well, this is going to be horrible. I probably will lose subscribers for this. But when they were talking about, JD Vance was going about the evils of IVF and all that kind of stuff, wasn't Mother Mary the original IVF?
Yeah.
No, she wasn't IVF. She was immaculately conceived.
Well, could you imagine little Jesus going to school nowadays and saying, I have two daddies?
She didn't have to go through that process.
Yeah, but I'm talking about little Jesus would say, I have two daddies.
No, but she was inseminated with whatever was with the sperm necessary to fertilize that egg. So in that sense, yeah, she was the first. I mean,
it's a bad,
she didn't do the deed.
Joke, people. I'm sorry.
Here's the deal with IVF. God gave us knowledge and free will and a brain. Too bad we're destroying the planet. But it was the knowledge God gave us that created IVF.
Right.
And I think it's a wonderful thing, specifically for people both men and women who can't have kids.
Well,
And look at the babies that were born through IVF. So for him to make a statement like that is absolutely as ludicrous as his eyeliner.
even Mike Pence and his wife relied on IVF to have their child. So it's like, please.
And so did Walz. That's what he talked about.
Lucci
He and his wife.
DeLisi makes a good point. Walz may not be well known, but yet I also remember when people were saying Jimmy who with Jimmy Carter, and look how far he went. That is correct. Good point. Yeah. There's a Lucy. I say Lucci. That's the Italian way. But you know what? Walz is well known now, isn't he?
Yep. Hey,
Oh,
we got
yeah.
543 people in the room.
Ooh.
543, it says, right?
Yep.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Yay.
Okay. Celtic Seer is providing us with a little info. She just took a quick look at his chart. His Jupiter covers Kamala's moon, which is a great combination. He will back her to the hilt. Oh, yeah.
According to Celtic Seer, they both got something in Aries. One's in Aries and one's in the moon or something in Aries.
Yeah.
Walz is a Libra rising. Wow.
That's what I have.
I'm a Virgo rising.
I'm Aries, Libra, rising, Cat.
I'm Aries rising.
That's why we get along. I have 3 planets in Scorpio. Go figure.
I'm a Gemini sun, an Aquarius moon, and Aries rising. And I just had my chart done again. And Diana Bowles, she's on, her channel is Oil Painter. She's known as Oil Painter. She's like going through and literally breaking it down and explaining the astrology to me like a kindergarten class. This is what part of the chart, and this is what it means. And it's like for the first time, as she was explaining some of it, I was like, oh, okay, that's what that meant. Okay, now I understand. I always feel so stupid because I never understood it. It's like they start going into houses and degrees, and I'm like, okay, you lost me. I'm sorry.
I want to put this up by Sue Froman. Sue came to Africa with us. Hi, Sue. And Sue is a wonderful artist, and she sent me a watercolor of an acacia tree on the savannah.
Oh, wow.
And it was, it was like a postcard. And she wrote on the back, I'm going to have it framed, Sue. She says, I am so pleasantly surprised and delighted, feeling stronger and empowered. Yay. Yeah. Sue was a delight to have on the trip. Everybody was. So she's a wonderful artist, watercolor. That's a hard medium to work in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, Sue. I just wanted to say hello and thank you. Jessica Mason, MAGA label him a socialist for giving free meals to school kids. I call it pro-life. Oh, my goodness.
You know what he said? He said, yeah, I'm a monster. I'm letting children have breakfast and lunch. I'm the monster.
Which is a lot different than the governor of Louisiana.
Yeah.
Thank you very kindly.
Oh, the governor just said today, if you don't like looking at the 10 Commandments, don't look at them.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for some really
gay pride flag, don't look at it.
I'm sorry, say again.
I would turn around and say, if you don't like looking at the gay pride flag, don't look at it.
And I'm waiting for some really sharp, fearless teachers to make little bitty copies of the 10 Commandments, like thumbnail size, and put it on the wall and say, okay, there you go. That's it. It's up.
Microfiche. You know what? I'm going to have a t-shirt. I like that, Jessica. I'm going to put, how is feeding the hungry being a socialist?
Yeah. So where is that, Sherry? Where did you put that on the wall?
It's like right now where my Band-Aid is on my thumb.
Okay, I see it now. I
know. Well, that's, I mean, they preach the 10 Commandments, but that's not.
They preach, they don't live.
Sherry's show. That's not the 10 Commandments. Remember, we went into that last night. So, thou shalt not. What is it? Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
Thou shalt not steal.
Well, and that includes lying.
Yes, and gossip.
All right. So, Sue, thank you. I'm delighted too. We're all feeling stronger and empowered.
I love this.
I have a question. Sylvia says, I can't wait for the DNC convention, which is going to be here in Chicago. Yes. How do you all think that'll go? Do you think there's going to be any violence? You think there's going to be? I mean, Trump might bring in some agitators, but it won't work.
Well, and say they're Antifa.
I'm sorry, say again.
And then say they're Antifa.
How do you all think that the convention here will go?
Bright sunshine, happiness.
What do you think, Sherry?
Yeah, I think it's going to go great.
Good.
I really do.
Yeah, everybody make sure you're
ready. I get really positive vibes. Ever since the initial shock of Biden stepping down, once kind of just the shock of it happening and the way it happened, once it kind of wore off, the next day I woke up and I felt invigorated in a way that I hadn't felt in a really long time.
I remember the night before the election with Trump, I had this horrible feeling. And when he won, I just wanted to go hide somewhere.
Oh, I was in bed sick for a week. I couldn't function.
I was telling people 2 weeks before that, and they wouldn't talk to me. I said, I felt Trump was going to win.
But I don't think we're going to have that this time around.
No. Well,
here we go.
Yay, celebration. Good.
Well, as I always say, you have to be alive to be a president.
Okay, Christian Martinez, Mel said there would be a coup against Maduro in Venezuela. Well, I've been talking to people there, and people are still protesting. They're not going to give up. They're going to get rid of Maduro. Do you see El Salvador, Mexico, and other Latin countries sending a peacekeeping force to Venezuela after Maduro is gone? I see them giving advice to Venezuela, and I see free elections in Venezuela. And at some point, much, much, much sooner than later, Venezuelans will have their democracy back. And, I think Venezuela should be a reminder to us about how easy it is to lose our democracy, specifically when a dictator is put in office. And that's exactly what happened here.
Yeah.
So it's a warning, but Venezuela is near and dear to me. That's where I learned Spanish. And my roommates were from Venezuela when I was in college. I was there years ago when it was a free country. And I see Maduro gone. People there are hungry. They're starving. The inflation rate's sky high. There's not enough food. Electricity goes out frequently for hours and hours. It's hot there. The internet, go figure. When you got it or when you don't have it more than you do have it. And so people are tired of it. They're tired of the inflation. They're tired of so I do think that those countries will band together to help Venezuela. Absolutely. That's what do you guys think?
Ditto.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right.
That's what I mean. It all has to do with, and I heard somebody explain this years ago, and I really, really believe this. It's like our worlds, our life, everything is like a pendulum, and it swings back and forth, back and forth. And we have managed to go all the way right and up, and then it's kind of hung on for a little while. And it's starting to swing back now. And so it's just, as it starts swinging back, it starts gathering momentum. And that's what I've been feeling for the last couple of weeks, is the momentum building of it swinging back. And hopefully we can get it hooked up there on the left side and, keep it there for a while.
Celtic Seer said Kamala's moon is in Aries. Her sun is in Libra. That's cool.
And he's Aries sun. So that's really powerful combination.
Oh, I like this. Sharon, Sharon, you should write. This one is full of wisdom. I'm
telling you.
Joy and laughter versus constant complaining and hatred. The decision is an easy one. Live in joy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was the word of the day I got from Walz, was joy.
Yeah.
Joy.
Here's a question for you, Arthur.
How soon do you see government pursuing landlords for unfair deceptive trade practicing act violation in rent gouging.
Well, not until the House and the Senate change.
I was going to say things have to change a bit, but as we get to around 2026, there's going to be a lot of changes there.
I do see legislation coming to prevent price gouging with rents and stuff like that, and caps, you know, that you can't raise rent by a certain percentage. And you know, my psychic light bulb just went on. And I also see legislation pass that these credit card companies can't be charging 30 to 35% interest.
35.9. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. And
try the payday loan people who charge like 375% in crap.
That's the guy that offered Trump all that money, the billionaire that lives here in California. He made all his money off of payday loans.
And some states are illegal.
Yeah. But here in Los Angeles, it's 3%.
Well, at some point, I think it's going to be really highly regulated, and there's going to be a cap put on it. So that's how I see it.
Yeah.
Well, I know the first thing I heard when I read the question here is I just heard that, yeah, it's going to be taken care of. But I also know that Biden said something about this just the other day, that he was gonna see to that was. He made mention of something about the price gouging that's been going on since COVID, and how all these companies have made all this money and yet nobody's brought everything back down now that supply and demand are back to normal.
Right.
And that was going to be looked at. So, because I mean, I went to the grocery store last weekend with my coupons and my sale papers. I made 3 different store stops, you know, to get the cheapest of everything we needed. And it was still $300.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, that's ridiculous for 4 people.
Well, I see that price gouging. So, yeah, I think a lot of.
I mean, used to be I'd spend $100 for everything that I bought, and I would have got more stuff. I got less stuff for more money.
To use the words of Joe Biden, I see an end very soon coming to the time where we pay more money or the same amount of money for a lesser candy bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's $3 for a freaking candy bar at the checkout line at the grocery store.
Well, Haagen-Dazs ice cream is still the same price, but it's now 14 ounces, not a pint.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
that's where a lot of them have got slick. It's like the price stayed the same, but they've scaled back on the amount of product.
But well, that's a form of price gouging. But I also agree that, you know, after COVID, a lot of these big food suppliers and a lot of companies use that as a way. Oh, it's the supply chain shortage.
Oh, yeah.
Bull hockey. They use that as a way, and they wanted a supply chain shortage to raise up prices that are just skyrocketing.
Yeah, because you can't tell me that there were enough people in this country to completely make us run out of toilet paper in a week from lockdown happening. I'm sorry, but no, I just don't buy that. You know,
that's why I have my copy of 2025 in case it happens again.
Do you know why there was a run on toilet paper when COVID happened? I do.
Why?
Because every time somebody sneezed or coughed, 100 people pooped in their pants.
Remind me not to take you on my road show.
That's a good one.
Well, the thing is,
that's not my joke. I heard it
here in Los Angeles.
I don't care whose joke it was. Still a good one.
The port is here in Los Angeles, and the prices were astronomical. You know, so
yeah. Well, we got ports all up and down the coastline where I'm at. I mean, we got New Orleans coast, the port, and Baton Rouge port, and we've got ports all over the damn place, and we still. It's like, come on.
Look what happened when they raised the price of chicken, and everybody stopped buying chicken. And what happened? The prices came down.
Amazing.
So if these companies are going to price gouge, it's very simple. don't buy their product. And if everybody did that for like maybe a week, guess what? Those prices would come down, or 2 weeks. Like gas. When the gas companies make those prices go so high, very simple. I mean, people need gas, but you know what? Carpool. Don't buy gas for like a week or two. I know, figure out a way. Those prices would come down.
Yeah, I remember when I was doing a show here when the prices were really high, it was like $6.99. It's now down to $4.19.
For what?
For gas.
Oh, for gas.
At one point it was
I'm not gonna
$6.99.
say what it is.
$4.19.
I'm not gonna say what it is here. You might get mad at me.
No, it's okay.
It's let's see, I filled up the other day and I paid
Oh my God.
$2.72, I think it was a gallon, $2.73.
Wow.
Yeah, but you got to live in Louisiana to get it.
Well, we have taxes in the city, but in the suburbs it's cheap.
We do too.
Well, we also have freeways, so
But we got wells right around the corner, we got fresh supply coming in.
How about
And it's one of our little areas here is the ones that help set the price for what gas is everywhere else.
yeah.
And they damn sure know if they don't want to get raided by all the locals here in the state, that they better keep us down low.
how about
Those
Joan
people
Baker?
will go show up.
How about Joan Baker says we're not going back?
That's right.
That's her quote. That's her
I
quote.
like this. Cassie Pappas says, yeah, I like when she says we're not going back. I'm going to get a t-shirt with that. Cassie Pappas says, I cried when Biden stepped down, but man, I could feel the energy shift. I'm excited and ready for Harris and Walz.
Yeah.
Sometimes what seems to be a curse at the end of the day is really a blessing.
It's that whole thing about gratitude, the good, bad, and the ugly. We have to be grateful for.
I have never seen the Democrats this united in years. Since
Obama.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
they're only starting to get it and speak up. And yay,
And even with Obama, you still had factions that were, having a rough time with the fact that a black man was their front runner for president. And it was like, y'all need to, as my grandmother used to say, shit or get off the pot, but make up your mind.
Jessica Mason, that's a good question. $20 million has been donated since Walz was announced.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Will we see another $100 million day? Oh, yeah. I mean, Kamala and Walz are going to raise more money than any candidate in American,
And they're from
American history.
$50, $100, $5, not corporate.
And you know what excites me about it? Those big corporate donors that are donating to Trump, I'm boycotting their products. But what's going on, and this is what excites me so much. It's grassroots. It's folk like you and I that are making this happen. I'm telling you, my guides are telling me that she and Walz are going to raise more money than any candidates in American history. And I wonder what Trump will say about that.
It's fake. It's fake.
I know.
So,
I raised 175 million. They didn't.
I'm sure there's probably a 6-inch layer of ketchup on all his walls right now.
I love it.
I was watching. This is off topic, but I was watching them. This tells you where my brain is. Last night I couldn't sleep, so I was watching The Manchurian Candidate. And they kept on coming up with all these different figures with how many communists are in the party, how many communists. And they couldn't come up with a number. And the guy's sitting there with ketchup. And next thing you know, it's like, there's 57.
Sharon, I just love this. You feel as though when you stand up, you really will be seen and counted and a part of something really great emerging.
Yeah.
That is correct. That's really well put. Anyway.
Well,
it's been interesting. I like letting the audience play psychic.
Yeah.
We've never done that, Ooh,
I should ask them the questions that they asked me. They'll freak out.
I like that. Let's go balls to the walls. Yeah.
Sacred
That's
Heart.
a good
I
one,
love
Bronx Sage.
I love this. Arthur, I had a vision Trump was dissolving.
I'm melting.
Um,
Quick, get another bucket of water. Throw it on him.
it reminds me on the Golden Girls. I love that show when Rose Nyland,
Yeah.
Blanche said something smart to Rose. I think they were in a therapist's office, and I can't remember the made-up word used, but she said you're something like Flugengugen or something. And they're going, what is Flugengugen? And she said, it's the exact moment that dog poop turns white. And that's what Trump is now.
Like I said, the incredible shrinking man. No, he has to turn orange, not white.
Yeah, this is a good
Well,
one.
oranges do shrivel up, so you know.
How is Trump feeling after seeing Kamala pick Walz? I know the ketchup is flying tonight, honey.
Oh yeah. I would not want to be anywhere in his. I wouldn't want to be anywhere in his vicinity anyway. But
He's probably like
never much cared for people like him.
I like this. So, for people that say that, many Dems are not about family and all of this, here, everybody, here, JD Vance, get up off the couch and read this one.
Oh,
yeah,
you gotta watch. I'll send you the video.
Right.
Mel.
The ride that they went on was a slingshot.
Oh my God. I would vomit all over everything.
And the thing is, he said, yeah, we're going to eat first and we're going to have burgers. She goes, I'm vegetarian. Okay, then we'll have turkey. And
she says, Dad, turkey's meat.
Remember my big
fat, not here. Here it's special.
Remember my big fat Greek wedding when the guy said, I don't eat meat? And the aunt says, no meat? What? No meat? I'll make you lamb. I'll feed you turkey, right?
And when he said, when I watched the video the first time and it was like, oh no, turkey's turkey's not meat. No, that's not meat. It's something special. And I didn't get the joke really. And I said something about it in a chat, and one of the other chatters said, no, I'm from Minnesota. It's because we got turkey farms everywhere. So turkey's special. It's like nobody thinks of it as meat.
I follow Chinese horoscopes, so that's why I'm putting this up. Did you know that Harris and Walz are both dragons? And this is the year of the dragon. And the enemy sign of the dragon is the dog. And Trump is the dog.
Hold on. We have
Holy crap.
Hold on. We have to change the Chinese calendar because I love dogs. And no, Trump, I'm sorry. He can't be a dog. He's got to be the monkey's ass, okay? I have declared
the ox. Don't feel bad.
Well, we can make him the rat.
Yeah, I'm an ox. Don't feel bad, Mel.
No, the just rat's a bad
I was like,
name.
damn, I could be something cool, like like a horse or a dragon or something. No, I'd be an ox.
We can't do that to dogs.
I'm a rooster.
Dogs are humans' best friend. Trump ain't.
No. I don't trust the president who does not have a dog.
Yeah, thank you. Exactly.
So no dog would want to be with him. They'd run off.
Or trust anyone that dogs can't stand or want to bite or pee on.
I've got to run because I got to finish packing. But
so
this is a good one, Clarence. Do you see good things for the presidency? Oh, yes. He's still gonna remain active in politics. Don't kid yourself.
So to get a hold of everybody, thank you for stopping by tonight. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff on all 3 of our channels. If you need to get Auntie Mel.
Also, we have 3 openings left for our Chicago event.
We already have that, really.
So please call my office at 847-590-5411 at the bottom of the screen. I have some openings on my Peru trip for September of next year. That's going to be incredible. Some openings on the cruise in May to the Italian and French Riviera of next year. And Iceland is starting to really sell for next year in October. It's going to be a trip to Iceland to see the Northern Lights. It's going to be incredible. So everybody, but
that's cool.
Come to our Chicago event. So thank you. So contact Arthur.
So win the lottery.
Hey, and
310
I'm just shy. I'm really gonna throw this out at everybody. I'm just shy of 10,000 subs. When I get 10,000, I'll have to have some type of contest. So we'll figure it out.
Okay, but to contact Arthur, 310-494-5955 and subscribe to his channel.
Yes, and subscribe to Mel.
And me too. I'm like pushing 3,000. I'm almost to 3,000. My
And
goal
Sherry,
is 5,000 for the end of the year.
How do they get a
I
hold?
don't have Sherry in the. I don't have a banner for
Swamp
Sherry.
Voices at gmail.com.
Say it again.
Swamp, SWAMP, voices at gmail.com.
No, they email you. Should they call you or just email you?
No, they just email me. I have a personal cell phone that's iffy at best, so I don't really use it that much.
Voices@gmail.com.
And how many subscribers are you at, Sherry?
I'm almost to 2,700.
Okay,
I'm
so
at 2,600 and something. I don't remember. And my goal is to hit 5,000 by the end of the year, preferably sooner.
So let's get her up to 5,000.
Yeah.
I'm at
20.
I'm at 24,000. When I get to 25,000, I'll give away 3 free Aloha shirts. Sherry, I'm still waiting on the shirt I ordered for you. I paid for it. I've emailed them. I don't know what to do, but it'll come.
And Sherry, I got the 10 because I have all these fake accounts. So I'll start sending stuff to you. Okay. People, thank you so much for coming by. It was really a delight being here tonight. After the last couple nights where people were saying what they were saying and upsetting all of us, this has been joy.
It is.
Absolutely.
Thank you. All right.
The energy has changed on
the energy has shifted. It's just been phenomenal the way the energy has shifted.
People are being kind. They're not being mean. And you know what? But that's just a tiny amount of people that were unkind. But the rest of everybody, thank you so much for your support over all these years. And thank you for supporting us.
Absolutely.
Yes. This is kind of...
Yeah, I hit my 3-year anniversary the end of the month.
And this is, well, happy anniversary. This is kind of, it's almost how we behave behind the scenes, minus the swearing. Well, some swearing too.
Well, I'm the potty mouth psychic. Everybody already knows that.
So. Well, me too. I'm like, please. If I had soap in my mouth for every time I say a swear word as a psychic, I'd be having diarrhea for every day of my life.
Thank you, Sharon Sipe. She's been putting all of our stuff in the chat the whole time.
Wonderful. So. But this is kind of how you see us in real life. You know, it's like
and what you see is what you get.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We just, you know,
you want to know what I'm like when I'm cranky and don't feel good? Pop in on a Saturday night when I do my slumber party.
So tonight was
you'll get anything.
Tonight was wonderful. And you know, I want to just once again say thank you to the people who have been so wonderful and so supportive
and supportive and just,
yeah,
it's really an honor reading with you people. It's an honor being here.
It's the people
absolutely
that are making the comments that are positive and you know, asking the questions.
That's
and
what makes me keep going and doing this. What makes me want to learn more and take another class and whatever. Just yeah.
Time steps.
This is what keeps me going, is the positivity and just being able for us all to help each other. So I've got to run. I'll be in Europe leaving tomorrow night.
Safe travels.
Have safe travels. Everybody pray for Mel for safe travels there and back again.
And then
no
he gets
problems.
Luggage.
Do what?
And then he gets his luggage.
Oh, don't even say that, please. I mean, I'm checking my luggage and I'm just doing one bag, and if they lose, I'm screwed.
Just go early.
The last time I flew, I brought it on the plane with me. I got everything in one bag and I did it as a carry-on.
Well, normally I do a carry-on, but I've got some things that there are too many fluid ounces, and I can't carry them on board, so I have to check my baggage.
Well, just come back with all the good absinthe, whatever it's called, amethyst.
Absinthe,
yeah. Get the real stuff.
I don't.
All right, buddy. Everyone, aloha.
Bye, everybody. Aloha.